Hello everyone, my name is Michael SK and welcome back to Anonymous Code. And yes, this is Asuma Soga, who has appeared before us for some sort of reason. Well, he hasn't appeared before us specifically. He is here at Jin, which we are now leaving because I think we got as much information as we can get out of here. We've already done one jump here because if we didn't, we would have gotten a bad ending. You know, those bad endings just seem to spring up out of nowhere now, huh? Our whole situation here is very strange and most definitely chaotic. We are on another quest by the old Cicada 3301, and this one is very interesting, having to do with the old blockchain and banks and the economy, the global economy, if you will. So basically, if this number gets to 51, basically more than half, well, there's no saving the economy at that point. So that is our I guess our timer, our time limit, if you will. There, it's less of an actual time limit this time around, but you get the idea. So not really sure what we need to do, what we can do. I have no idea where we have to go next, but if we do another jump, and I'm sure we will, I don't think there's a reason to come back to this location again. But that begs the question, why is this kid here? It was that stuck-up little kid in the bow tie.
まだ責任者の許可が下りていません。車内で待機してください。
お前さ、僕に命令できる立場なの？
いえ、
I
命令
don't
とい
think
う
he
わけ
was
では。
bossing you around,
だ
but
ったら黙ってなよ。
Asuma broke into a stroll, and the soldiers, left with no choice, hurried after to protect him. He walked by me just like the bald dude had, but...
彼女の位置情報は改ざんしておいてやったよ。
What? He spoke as he passed. Whose location data?
はあ？何の話してんだよ。
共振者は甘く見ない方がいいんじゃない？
Taking the fanatics more seriously? What do you mean by that? Was he talking about the Holy Office? Before I could ask, he'd strolled inside Jin. By her, he meant Momo, didn't he? Well, that's the only person I can think of. Did he mean that he sabotaged their search for Momo? But why would that kid, of all people, mess with them? He was the one who handed Momo over to them per government's orders before. What was he thinking now? Okay, we definitely need to... I was going to mention this in the intro, but we definitely need to be on the lookout for times to jump a lot more prematurely than when we absolutely must. That's more of a me instead of a we thing, but yeah, I'm going to try to kind of like look out for the signs in the text. Even if they aren't heavily implying it, I need to be ready to jump. Yeah, what do we got here? Oz sent me something.
消費者センターに問い合わせがあった IoT
Oh,
デバ
that's
イスの
right.
リ
Yeah,
ス
he
トだ。
was looking for that.
それを調べりゃなんかわかるだろう。
サンキュー。
The list even had the addresses of the IoT device locations. I sure wish I could have hacked them remotely, but their security was probably too tight for me. I had to check them out in person.
よし。手分けして調査開始だ。
This is basically how the whole hack, this whole deal is going down, is with these devices. Right? I'm pretty sure. If I remember correctly. Which is slightly, maybe, correct? Or hopeful? I don't know. I spent some time suppressing my fear and then left the unmanned hotel. Oh yeah, she was most definitely struggling. For some reason, memories were just smacking her in the face. I headed south down the road before coming across an intersection. A sharp sound suddenly pierced my ears, and I realized something was wrong. Police cars, fire trucks, and ambulances were coming and going endlessly in every direction. Oh yeah, we have like a whole ass like issue going on here where people can't, you know, authenticate and use their shit. Damn, nobody can use a car. Nobody can use their face. Nobody can fly. Nobody can buy stuff. It's chaos. How did this happen? Why is there some flooding going on?
施設の点検作業中に認証エラーが起きて、それで排水の調整ができなくなりまして。
Oh, damn.
職員一同
It really goes
全力で対応したんですが、本当にまだ割るのか。暖房も効かないし、このままじゃ凍死しまうだろ
What the fuck?
よし外に出るぞ帰宅困難者が出るとみられ避難所を開
Oh,
放して
my
います
bad.
認証エラーの影響で
Didn't mean
様
to
々
make
な
all that
交通機関が
disappear.
麻痺しています
安全な場所へ避難してください。
Yeah, where is safe now?
海外でも
Even
同じような
outside,
騒ぎが起きて
it's
いま
all
すが、
crazy and
日本国
chaotic.
内の事件との関係性は分かっていません。
どうしてこんなことが
This is way too many errors, an influx of authentication errors while the quest is ongoing. Coincidence? Where can I get the latest on the deciphering efforts? There's no way these incidents aren't related to the quest. Yeah, we're talking Cicada 3301 here, requesting info on Pollon's whereabouts. No, we don't need to worry about that.
クエストの影響なの
See, that's what got us our bad end, if you will, in the last episode. It's people are now after Pollon for whatever reason. It's like they're trying to stop him from being able to save the day, and nobody else will, as we saw from getting that bad end. As I read through the hacker's opinions, a terrible sense of dread came over me. That was when... What the fuck?
バスが突っ込むぞ
Oh, people are gonna die. A bus crashed into a streetlight just meters ahead of me? The streetlight was bent from the bottom while the front of the bus was badly crushed.
乗ってる人たちは無事か
よかった誰も乗ってない
Huh.
自動運転なのに事故ったのか
Yeah, what happened there?
軍のヘリコプターが墜落して校舎が燃えてるって。
God damn, yeah, it is just straight up chaos everywhere.
ヘリが子供たちは無事なのか
Yeah, so it really is more than the global economy at risk here. It's just technology in general is just getting completely fucking
通
abused.
報はされてるみたいだ
The
けど、
network is, if you will.
救助は全然来ないって。
警察や消防は何してんだ
Probably having their own issues. All things considered, they're probably also having the same problems as everybody else. The group ran towards the black smoke, but my legs were shaking, and I couldn't move. Well, I don't know what her deal is. I mean, it's a straight up scary situation for sure, but, you know, we gotta do something. I thought her whole thing here was to try and go it alone, and she's not doing a really good job. As I rode to the locations of the malfunctioning IoT devices, the chaos I caught sight of was hard to watch. Can we jump?
納得できないね。
Fires, car crashes, and floods everywhere, as well as assholes with weird marks on their faces stealing stuff. Yeah, a lot of people can definitely abuse the situation, see it as like the end of times, especially. All the disasters had left people scared and confused.
くしょ無関係な人たちを巻き込みやがって。
Well, they did the same thing last time. The high hack had involved over 200 people, but even more were getting dragged into this mess. This is everybody. This is straight up everyone. This shit wasn't even limited to Japan. It was just like this in every country that depended on the Picket OS. Who the fuck?
ミラージュ
I don't think we should
俺も焦ってる。
I don't think we should be, you know, getting in contact with people, if you will, or taking calls from those we don't know, given what we saw in the previous episode. I got a comms request from someone I didn't recognize. No one I knew used that name.
俺近距離無線だな。
And that could only mean it was some other hacker involved in the quest. When I completed the high hack quest and got famous among the hackers, I blocked contact from strangers. I did leave close range comms open though. I looked around. Okay, we declined it. I think that's good. There was nothing ahead nor to the
あ
sides.
いつらか。
I checked behind me on the grapper's camera and saw a bunch of people closing in. One was on a motorbike, one in a sports car, another on an electric scooter, and...
なんだありゃ。靴にドローンをつけてるのか
The fuck? He wasn't even wearing a helmet, and I thought I was being reckless with my grapper.
さん高岡ポロンさん
The guy on the motorbike pulled up right next to me and raised his voice.
リクエスト拒否しないでくださいよ BMI で話しましょ
Okay, so it is him. So this was the Mirage guy.
悪いけど急いでるんだ。
うクエスト順調みたいですね僕にも情報を回してください
No, we're okay.
ポロン全員さっさと対立して潰し合えよ
That is really annoying. I didn't know any of these people. We had never met, but they were acting like they had known me for life. I guess I didn't take long to warm to people either, though, huh? Ah, shoot, I did not read that from the
お前らの
beginning.
目的は事件を解決してどうする
It's a whaling threat, apparently, from wind. Tragic cryptocurrency goes down, of course. Who the hell said it's safe because there's no central authority? Give me back my money, damn it. Oh, it'll come back. If we save the day, it'll all be back. Everything will be fine if we just save the day.
ポロン君の活躍を近くで見たいの。
Why?
ああ、僕はネット配信で稼いでるだけだから。今視聴者数がガンガン上がってていい感じだよ。
And this is just a classic streamer trying to get in as much as he can.
食わないな
So many people were suffering under all the chaos, but all these guys cared about was money and prestige. This is why I hated hackers. It made sense to share quest info, and it was thanks to the other hackers that I had even found out Tokyo Mitsubishi Bank was under attack. Time to
とん
jump?
だ邪魔
Nope.
が入ったな
But I really didn't want to team up with people who were only in it for themselves. Plus, I'd made a promise to Momo, and I planned to keep
お
it.
前らに手を貸すなんて
Before I could finish, I noticed a van behind me gunning it in my direction. I couldn't get out of its way in time, and my grappers scraped it a little. Yeah, I think we're okay. I straightened out my ride. The van dropped back to about 10 meters behind me, out of my field of view. Were they about to ram me again? Well, we should
とん
jump.
だ邪魔が入ったな
At that moment, the intersection traffic lights changed color. They all switched to green, but their timing was real sketchy. It wasn't just the ones for the direction I was heading. Even the lights for the intersecting roads had gone green. Someone was hacking them. Oh, that's gonna cause a lot of fucking mess.
やばい避けろやっろ
Cars were approaching me from both sides. It was too late to hit the brakes now. There was only one thing I could do. Jump?
あんま心配すんなって
Nope, I guess we're accelerating. That's the one thing we could do. I accelerated right into the intersection. Wow. Front and back, left and right. Multiple cars were racing toward me, blaring their horns. Nobody looks left or right anymore. Jeez Louise. This was crazy. I felt like I was in the eye of a storm. I did what I could to steal my nerves, and
そこだ
I rushed through the small gap between them.
受けろ
My grappers scraped a car and leaned hard. But there was no time to stabilize. If I slowed down even a little, I'd crash immediately. I pulled out of the intersection. Looking behind me, I saw that the motorbike hacker had crashed while the obstacles had blocked the others. However, the van that had drove into me was pushing surrounding cars aside to open up the path and come after me. Lovely.
いいぞポロン一部のハッカーがお前を潰そうと集まってきてる
Yeah, it seems like it.
ネットで実況中継までされてる居場所が筒抜けだ
逃げてても状況が悪化するだけだな
That means we gotta jump, right?
とんだ邪魔が入
何かす
ったな
るつもりか
俺に手を出しても無駄だって教えてやるぜ
I slowed down, jumped onto the sidewalk, and then got my grapper to self-drive someplace else. Next, I ran up the stairs to Roppongi Hills. I had to make myself as visible as possible. What are we planning here exactly? The van that was after me stopped at the sidewalk, and about 5 or 6 people jumped out. The hackers that first approached me caught up too, bringing my audience up to about 10. The guy with the drone shoes set loose a smaller drone from his bag. He probably wanted a better shot of me. The world was going to see whatever I did and hear whatever I said. Fine by me.
お前らよく聞け
Oh, I think everybody's listening.
調子に乗ってんじゃねえうるせえ偽善者
Yeah, I agree with those
どうしてそんなこと
audience members,
するかって？
whatever they're saying.
決まってるだろそれが俺の心情だからだよ
頭おかしいんじゃねえの
Yeah, honestly, some subtitles would have been pretty nice in these situations.
ぶん殴ってやる
Like, zero idea what the fuck they're saying, but I got booed, but I didn't care. There we go, so it's all just a bunch of shit. Well, I guess it makes sense. If he's talking shit about everybody that's been chasing him, then yeah, they're not gonna be happy.
ランキング上位のやつらもよく聞いとけよクエスト覇者の称号は死んでも渡さないフェイスハックの勝者はこのポロン様ださっさと無謀な夢は捨てて全部俺に分け渡せ情報も道路も回線も クエストに必要なもの全部だ。
Actually, this is smart. If he is actually able to win over people's information, which I highly doubt, he can take that literally back in time and work it all out,
俺
honestly.
が完璧に解決して最高の生き様を見せてやるからよ。
I don't think that's how everything is going to play out, but, you know, it sounds cool. It'd be great if it worked out as simple as that. All right, what do we got? Somebody posted a YouTube video link. Tragic, all hackers have been challenged publicly. Looks like JB Morgan is under attack for real. There's no other hints. Now is not the time to be fooling around. What's the situation here? Somebody said he's got a point. I noticed a massive increase in posts on 4chan. I opened the site and saw that the uproar was down to a URL. Well, yeah, I mean, it's obvious, you know, what he's trying to do, and it's obvious that he's going to get out there on 4chan. It was a stream showing him, the boy I had parted ways with a few days ago.
俺は困ってる誰かを助けるために動いてる。全部俺に明け渡せ。
I feel like we've heard this somewhere
道路
before.
も回線も。
He had said that he would still go after Cicada, and he was actually... Pollon had it changed. Even now, he was staying true to his ideals. For his ideals, he'd gladly take any risk, and he would do it all filled with confidence. But yeah, Momo's got none of that. She definitely needs some, especially if she is going to go solo. Damn. We allowed a lot of time to pass around or pass by here.
高岡くんマジかっけー。
We only have half the amount of time with an asterisk. It's not like a, you know, fixed amount of time. It's definitely changing with every number. But yeah, definitely halfway there on our counter.
世界中のハッカーに宣戦布告するとか男気ありすぎだって。ビリビリにしびれて漏らすとこだったよ。
Calm down, buddy, please.
男気っていうか調子に乗って敵を増やしただけでしょ。
I mean, we needed to do it, though, I think. Maybe? We good?
徒歩で移動してるってこと？グレイパー壊れちゃったの？
Well, we probably don't know where it is anymore.
あったさ。
自動運転でおとりをさせてる。追っ手を巻くためにな。
I had assumed I could get them to give up by dropping some truth bombs, but the hackers were more serious about the quest than I had expected. I had to rely on cross, decoys, and good old sprinting to finally lose those dweebs.
振り返らないんだよ。
Do we, though? Cross's unexpected praise had only made it harder for me to breathe. Honestly, I was in pain. I really didn't want to run it any further.
左前方に見えるのが目的のデバイスだ。
I forgot that we were going to one of these devices. Verification errors continue. Government orders residents of Tokyo and 3 other prefectures to take shelter. Yeah, that's kind of what we saw in the news. There's shelter areas being opened up, ready to go, because people probably can't even go fucking home or drive. I approached one of the malfunctioning IoT devices, in this case, a vending machine. Why are we looking at this guy? I guess he's just trying to get his breath. I stabilized my breathing.
よし。
I looked back to the vending machine in front of me. I connected my carrier node to a maintenance port in the bottom right.
侵入口を用意した。一緒に調べてくれ。
Cross didn't reply, but the next moment I got a load of data.
通信ログだ。誤作動が起きた時間は。
Inventory data? That seems normal, I think, maybe? But then there's something else there. Received data from something else.
7時56分。これだけ相手が違う。
I ran a search for the MSC K8100, and I found that I had found in the data. Security camera.
最新の監視カメラ。
送信元は渋谷だな。
渋谷の監視カメラから何を受け取ったって言うんだよ。
解析してみよう。
I looked over the details of MSC K8100 while I waited for the results. This thing was developed by an overseas IT company, and it was released 2 months ago. The local seller was based in Nagoya. It was a smart camera that could recognize faces and automatically identify suspicious characters.
まさか。
何か分かったのか？
まだ仮説の段階だ。もう少し調べさせてくれ。
I'm curious for this one, because I have absolutely no idea what a camera would be needing to do here. Cross was being cautious. He must have found some pretty significant info.
先に仮説を共有してくれ。
その自販機が受け取ったのはボットウイルスだ。乗っ取られて演算処理能力を貸し出してる。つまり
Well, we knew that this is probably what's happening. This is how this whole hack, if you will, this attack, let's go with that, is even going down, is with all these IoT
分
devices.
散コンピューティングってことか。
All right, distributed computing. What do we got there? Oh, we know what a DDoS attack is, right? That was in the last episode. I forgot about it. Distributed computing is a method of computing that distributes processing load between multiple computers. The more computers that participate, the faster the processing becomes. The computer that supervises the processing is called the parent, while the computers that receive orders and do the required processing are called children. Ah, the old tree method. If a parent computer controlled the processing power of multiple children computers, they could act in unison as a single powerful unit. This was called distributed computing. Yeah, we just fucking read it. Come on, game. In this case, the parent must have been the camera in Shibuya.
最近の IoT デバイスは高性能だ。ある程度の数が集まれば相当な処理速度を出せる。
じゃあシケーダはこれを利用して。
Crazy to think a fucking vending machine is being used to cause a lot of chaos here,
そ
but
れを確かめるために
that is the power of future technology, right?
外部へハッキングを仕掛けてることまでは分かった。
問題は標的か。
Cross shared with me a window that displayed the hacking pathway. Jeez, bro, what the fuck? Okay. We're getting it down. Oh. Yeah, I was going to say, we're getting it down a little closer here. The line went from Shibuya to China, Vietnam, Russia, and finally...
今回どのぐらいの台数を利用してるかわからないが、この攻撃システムを組むのに何ヶ月もかかったはずだ。
Well, yeah, and it's probably a shit ton of devices, given the fact of what they're doing.
ハイハックから2週間しか経ってないぞ。
Was Cicada preparing multiple quests at the same time? That's probably why he went... Whoa. Okay. I was going to say, this is probably why he was so quiet for so long. It's all these preparation time periods that he needs for these quests. A what?
は？何に？
リストに載ってる IoT デバイスに。
シケーダが作った裏口か？
That would explain how we managed to bypass the system's security.
違う。最初からついてるやつ。
Really?
最初からってどういう意味だよ？
Ever since it was created?
いや、それだと数が多すぎる。
We have to attack the parents, right? Well, we have to attack whatever is the highest up. There has to be one central thing, and that's what we gotta go for. I didn't know how many devices were being used for the distributed computing, but there had to be over 100.
親機を探しましょう。基本的にどのデバイスも処理能力を貸してるだけで、実際にハッキングしてるのは親です。
割り出せそうか？
親を前期探し出すにはもっと情報がいる。他の IoT デバイスも調べてくれ。
わかった。
We already knew what the devices had in common. They were all equipped with the same comms chip. Knowing that helped us find other devices that weren't on the CAA's list. And we're slowly running out of time.
これは？
問題の通信チップを採用しているメーカー何社かと連絡が取れまして。
This is a very congested fucking call all of a sudden.
彼らに頼んで
Do we all need to be
ユーザー
here?
登録した人の住所を共有してもらったんです。
デバイスを調べたらクロスに共有してくれ。
Oh, what's this?
戻ってきたか。
My ride was done being a decoy for the hackers. No one was following it, so it must have lost all those dweebs.
ナイスタイミングだ。
Now I could see those devices at max speed. Wait, what are you saying no to? What's going on? I heard a shaky voice over BMI.
どうした？
Oh, it's her school that was on fire? Oh no.
なんだって？
It was that helicopter that crashed into it. Yeah, everything's just fucking falling apart, man. I couldn't stay still. With that as my only reason, or that as the only reason I had made my way here. Well, at least she's moving forward in some direction. Hotorugaoka Elementary was in a bad way. The chopper that had crashed into the roof had broken through the 4th floor. It had caught fire, and the fire was spreading. The flames had isolated a classroom at the end of a hallway. I could hear children crying inside. Ah, fuck, of course there's kids here. Oh, it is on Monday, so... Jesus Christ, the calamity. This is fucking terrifying. Jeez. Both adults and students had gathered, and everyone was trying to fight the fire. They just didn't have enough water. People were already doing everything they could, but it wasn't enough to put out the fire. It wasn't even enough to keep it from spreading. Would I even be of help if I joined in? I was just one girl. Yes.
Momo, 消火に行ったんだな。状況はどうだ？火は消せそうか？
Oh, I don't know. I mean, that's a lot of fire.
Momo?
世界を救うことに集中すればいいのに、それでもこの状況を何とかしたいって思ってしまって。
You know, she seems so confident before we got her backstory. Or at least it appeared that way. Like, I understand why she isn't as confident as she should be because of what happened in the past, but Jesus Christ. The more I said, the more I hated myself. It made me realize I was powerless, trying to have everything when I can't do anything.
Momoの欲張り、いいと思うぜ。全部叶えるなら、覚悟を決めて突っ走らないとな。
He wasn't giving up, not even in a situation this hopeless? How? Was he just optimistic? No, that couldn't be it because... This is the 3rd time we're seeing this, by the way. I don't think we need to see this again. Like, maybe flash us the scene, like, just the CG, maybe that would have been good enough. He had already decided to give his all, no matter what had happened. I had come here all the way from the Vatican to change fate. I had sacrificed my associates and done all I could to make it this far. It didn't matter how hard it was, however desperate the situation. I wanted to change it. I wanted to change fate, to prevent the end and their deaths. And the curse that hurts everyone around me. If that was fated too, I would... I mean, we've been changing that shit. Yeah, get in there. I looked around for a means to put out the fire. Empty fire extinguishers were scattered about the school grounds. I couldn't even see lights of the fire truck no matter where I had looked. But beyond that, I saw it. Something that could turn things around. But... were we looking at that crane? Was it really okay for me to try it? Could I really change fate? I mean, we've been doing it. Was I really?
Momo, ike! Spashire!
All right. She is going for the fucking crane. I don't really know what she's necessarily going to do with the crane, but... I mean, a crane is a crane. It can do some crazy things. Oh. And just straight up drop it? Yeah, people are going to die if we don't do something here. And by people, I mean literally kids. There we go. Wait, what the fuck? For Class B fires? Okay. Come on, crane. The power of a fucking crane, let's go. Anytime now. There we go. Yeah. Like, if there's already a whole bunch of fucking chaos, I mean, what's a little bit more to try and reduce, you know, the worst of the chaos? What the fuck? Of course this shit spreads to this point. Well, I'm digging her enthusiasm and, like, rushing in the way that she is. All right. Drop that shit. But don't breathe the fire. Don't breathe in the smoke, I mean. It's not healthy. Last time I checked, it's really not healthy.
実行ボタンを押すんだ。
Oh, shit. Oh, no. Yep, she's dead. Oh, nope, she's good. She's good. Nice. There we go. And with some of that, Class B, whatever the fuck it was, that should help, right? Oh, yeah. It's helping. Well, that's the power of rushing in, isn't it? Yeah, some good shit right there. Yeah, maybe stop doing the solo thing, honestly. I can dispel the curse. I can save the world. Yeah, be with the main character. You are not necessarily the main character. You're the main heroine, but not the main character. So you have to be with the main character in order to accomplish anything. That's how this works. That's how the Science Adventure series works. We are really running out of fucking time. Jesus Christ, we're really cutting it close. After connecting to a malfunctioning IoT AC unit and prepping an entry point for Cross, I took off my grapper to find another device. Alright, what's our breaking news here? Breaking fire at hotel... God fucking damn it. The elementary school has been extinguished. Yeah, we know. Well, at the end of the day, it's definitely better than having, you know, some deaths, especially with kids. So, yeah, good shit. And No will be happy. Oh, nice, perfect. So there's 6 of them. And they're just fucking everywhere. Right. Oh man, no, this is gonna be fucking rough. I really don't know how we can do this with the amount of time we have left. By securing the parent devices, we could block malicious interference too. It was a solid plan.
最速でおやきを確保したい。みんな近いのはどこだ？
俺たちは銀座だ。
押上と丸の内なら部下が行けます。
Alright, power and fucking numbers. I was closest to the parent in Shibuya, so that left the ones in Nakano and Ogikubo. And since Cross couldn't go anywhere...
Momo, Nakano ブロードウェイに行ってくれるか？
任せてください。
荻窪はどうする？
俺が行く。渋谷のおやきは監視カメラだし、なんとか持ち運べるだろう。
Probably.
待て待て
Oh shit, Wind, are you gonna help out? God damn, this is one congested ass fucking call.
荻窪は僕が行っちゃうぜ。
え？学校優先じゃなかったのかよ。
学校じゃなくてテスト優先ね。で、
And those are
結局テス
postponed.
トは中止になっちゃっ
Yep,
たか
there
ら。
we go. Oh yeah, the verification errors still hadn't been fixed.
じゃあ、荻窪は頼んだ。
うえい、クエスト参戦しちゃうぜ。
And we're at 38. Oh, it's gonna be tight. But we do have everybody's help. I switched maps to check the parent locations again. Since everyone was pitching in, I only had one to worry about, excuse me.
飛ばすぜ。
Well, hopefully by, you know, dealing with all 6 of these, that saves the day. Or at least sets us up on the right path. Hey, yo, what's up?
サイバーフォースドール？
Something about a shelter order to the entire country. What the fuck? I got an unexpected call from Bambi Kurashina. Oh, the government has expanded the evacuation and shelter order.
そんなんじゃない。
Dark Side Asia's spying efforts super occult news.
ハックを解決するのはこの俺だってな。
And what is Pollon saying? I was completely distracted.
その影響かわかんないけど、一部のハッカーがクエストを中断して街で救助活動をしてるの。
Oh, cool. That actually benefits us because we had some really annoying ass hackers that were following us around. There was that one that actually like pinned some fucking blame on us just to get us arrested because haha funny.
認証エラーで困ってる人を助けたり、いろいろね。
俺の影響力すげえ。
調子に乗らない。
Well, that's Pollon's character. Come on.
でもまあ
In the wake of spy chip suspicion, U.S. Department of Commerce issued larger-scale prohibition of Asian product imports. What the hell happened to Asia's ethical standards? Dark international news. Good old dark international news, huh?
法律の中で活躍していい？
Okay, the last time we agreed to that, we got a bad ending.
努力してるって。
努力だけじゃダメなの。
はいはい。
The crowd at the intersection slowed me down.
なんで？
Yep, no time to jump. Everyone was ignoring the red light on the pedestrian crossing and looking up at the AR vision overhead.
51% 攻撃のカウントか。
Someone had hacked the vision, so instead of displaying ads like usual, it showed the progress of the 51% attack on each country and bank. Every one of them was already over 40%. Yeah, some of them are at 43, I'm seeing there. Holy shit.
残り1時間は切ってるな。
Anxiety, irritation, anger, grief, fear, despair, probably depression, sadness, and some other shit is all I'm feeling, but the people nearby were showing a whole range of emotions.
やばいやばい、世界中でパニックになってるよ。
Well, yeah. Verification error problems continue. Ministry of Defense is considering deploying JUSDF. Why? What is that going to do? I guess if the economy, dies and everybody starts going on a fucking looting spree and starts destroying shit and killing people, then okay, that makes sense. If things like this were happening before the blockchain was even breached, what would happen if it was? No more money for anybody, honestly. Were we heading for the worst case scenario Oz mentioned? A world war?
どけ！どいてくれ！急いでるんだ！
I hammered my grapper's horn and opened a path. Seconds later, I was speeding towards the parent device in Shibuya. Well, I have not seen any glaring or obvious points of where we need to jump.
あれか！
But we have 10 more counts here, and then that's it. I mean, game over. I found what we were looking for at the entrance to an old mixed-use building. It was the MSC K8100.
なあ、電源を落としたらハッキングを止められたり。
そう単純なクエストをシケイダが用意するとは考えにくい。おやきの物理的停止と同時に新たなおやきが設定されるだろうな。
だよな。
It was a shame we couldn't end this by turning the parents off. It was going to be tough to deal with the other hackers once they caught up.
回収してみるか。
Pollon's controversial statement turns into a huge debate. Quest ranking admin flooded with demands to take him off the list. I guess that's what you get whenever you have like an unofficial ranking thing going on here with something very serious. Staying hidden from the people coming in and out of the building, I stood on a plant pot and reached up to hook into the MSC K8100.
まずはネットか。
Cutting it off from the network would be the same as turning it off physically, so I set it to stay connected even after I took it outside. Next, the power. I took some batteries out of my bag and shoved them into the security cam.
高岡君、おやきの確保で責任者の許可を取るときは
we have the permissions we need, just not legally.
必要になったら連絡する。
手遅れだったみたいですね。
Yeah, we don't have the time for that shit, man. I'm so sorry.
気をつけるって。
期待しないでおきます。
Finally, I removed the screws attaching the MSC to the wall.
これでよし。
I put it away in my bag.
確保完了だ。
Momo was the only one without her own means of transport, so I decided to check up on her.
今どのあたりだ？
Damn, people are saying to stash your gold in a safe or something there? The downfall of bank security and trust from now on? Yeah, just stash your shit. Yeah, don't rely on banks anymore going forward, I guess.
タクシーで新宿を通過してるところです。
今からそっちに向かう。タクシーじゃ速度出せないだろ。最速で目的地に行くぞ。
はい。
Still have not seen any like obvious points of where we need to jump, which is scaring me because that means that if there is a point of where I need to jump, I don't know where it's going to be. Momo jumped out of her taxi and ran up to me. I thought of just saying hey or something, but her face was serious.
ポロンさん、私を中野シンフォニーズに入れてください。
Yeah, you're on board, for sure.
私、皆さんと一緒なら何でもできるって思ったんです。でも、だからこそ 助けてもらうだけじゃ嫌で、私も困ってる人を放っておけない将来有望の七七さんとして誰かのために、皆さんのために動きたいんです。
Honestly, whatever gives her the motivation she needs to, do something like she did here in this episode, by all means.
まあ俺は別に構わないっていうか。
照れるな。たまには素直になることも大事だぞ。
I'm so glad Cross is just always listening in.
照れてねえし。
俺は仲間が一人増えても構わないぞ。
たく。
I let out a small sigh and looked at Momo again.
俺たちのために動きたいっていうモモの気持ちは分かったよ。でもまずは世界を救う。その目標は変わらない。
Yes, sir.
モモのためにも俺たちのためにも。
はい。
歓迎するぜモモ。ようこそ中野シンフォニーズに。
Okay, now let's actually finish this quest. We are really running out of
よろしくお願
time.
いします。
おお。
ヒューヒュー、ようこそ相崎さん。
Wait, you're not even a part of the team. Why was Win welcoming her? He wasn't even one of us.
ただ、今は浮かれてる時間はないぞ。
分かってるよ。
Yeah, we are really running
Momo,
out of time
nore.
here, gamers.
飛ばすぞ。
I stretched out my hand and she held it tight. She jumped onto the grapper and wrapped her arms around my waist. I had missed her warmth on my back. Well, isn't that cute? Oh, hey. We're saving. Before I got too comfy, I pulled myself together and revved my grapper. Which means we've got another fucking time to jump coming up here. Now that's what I worry about. So we didn't have to jump at any point in this episode, it seems, but I'm sure that eventually we're going to have to. Probably in the next episode. So yeah, we'll save and wrap her up there. We'll use this slot again. Oh, this stuff's crazy, isn't it, gamers? But it's good fun, honestly, trying to figure out what we got to do here. The goal here seems simple enough. Get these devices, stop all the crazy amount of processing power, and all should be good, hopefully, maybe, right? Or it'll at least give us time, if anything. Hopefully a result that we could all be happy with. Maybe. I don't know. I can't really imagine a world where all the banks decide, nope, you don't get money anymore because we can't verify it's you. Or, oh, can't go into your house anymore or use your car or anything because, yep, everything is just falling apart. You can't really imagine that. Don't want to really imagine that. The future is scary. Thank you all for watching this episode. If you enjoyed, be sure to leave a like, subscribe, all that fancy jazz, and I will see you all in the next one. Take it easy.